Welcome to All the Things, where the laughter never stops and the conversation goes everywhere.
Join best friends
Heidi and Reba
as we share our thoughts and experiences on life, love, and everything in between.
Where our expertise are in the field of real estate, but our bond goes beyond the business and into the realm of true friendship.
So sit back, relax, and get ready to listen to two friends who cover it all on All the Things. Thanks for tuning in to All the Things with Heidi and Reba. You will notice in the first 8 minutes or so of the first episode, the sound is not that great. And frankly, it's because I forgot to hit the record button. So about 8 minutes in, we got our lives together. I realized what I had done, and the sound becomes, immaculate after that. So we hope that you will bear with us for the first 8 minutes. Keep watching, keep listening. It's a really interesting. Heidi gets to talk about some of the things that she is experiencing in her quest for health. And I talk about some of the things that I'm experiencing in my quest for beauty. So the dynamic is fantastic. We have a lot of fun. We hope you'll bear with us. And, just in case anybody was curious, when I sat down to record this little bit, I also forgot to hit the record button. So I hate it here. All right. Bear with us. Hit the subscribe button, would ya? We have a lot of fun. So join us at All the Things on all of your podcast listening apparatuses. Love you guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So tired.
But you know what? I feel like I haven't sat down and talked to you in...
3 weeks?
It feels that way.
6 months?
Yeah, it feels that way.
Yeah.
So it's good to see you.
You too.
You look good.
No.
I like your jammies.
Thanks. Welcome to Auntie's house,
Right.
where we wear our jammies.
Yes, and we have our cute little set here. We've done some improving.
So, let me get I just want to get this straight. So, nobody knows what everything looked like before? Because those don't go anywhere.
Well, they're going to go somewhere. Austin, right?
Yeah, the garbage, right?
Oh my God.
Off camera is our our podcast editor and all around guru of all things technical.
Yeah.
Who has been here tirelessly trying to make all of this stuff work for us. So we could have some shorts that maybe come from it if we were looking to do that, but at this
We were
point,
drunk at every one of them.
Every one of them. It's probably better that we just...
No, they're going to be great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got to put them out. They're going to be great.
So, we gotta, let's just see where that goes.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
But we're seeing where this goes.
Okay.
Because we have Austin here. So, Austin's gonna make it work. We like to talk to Austin. So, all of our previous ones were like, Austin, edit this.
Yeah.
Austin, do that. So, it's really just like hours of instructions for Austin.
Right.
No, it's all good. So, I'm happy to see you. You've been killing it at work. But you've also been doing a whole bunch of other stuff, so I kind of want to chat with you about it.
Do I have this glazed lemon loaf look over my face?
What the hell is a lemon loaf look?
I'm just assuming what my oily face looks like right now as I stare at you aimlessly with blank. It's weird because we don't have wine in our hand.
No, we don't.
We have tea.
Tea.
And
not like the good kind.
No.
That's juicy tea.
Yeah, it's
watery tea.
It's great. I love it. It's better than water though.
No, it's 100%. We're drinking tea and water. We're on a wellness kick these days.
Is that what we're calling it?
Or something.
We need to change that name.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to call it.
We're going to call it something and then we'll put it on a t-shirt.
Deal. So you've been drinking tea and you cut out sugar and caffeine too.
Sugar, caffeine, gluten, and dairy. And then I was like, okay, so this isn't going to work.
If anybody wants to know why I haven't been at the office for the past 2 weeks, it's because Heidi was like, I'm cutting out sugar and caffeine. And I was like, and I'll be working from home.
Yes, but I cut out those and, do we start from the beginning? So there was in, September of last year?
Mm-hmm.
So I decided that I was going to go see a functional doctor.
Right, which no one knows what that is.
So functioning doctors are I just call him a snake doctor, but he's not.
I'm sure he appreciates that.
He's not. I mean, he's a holistic get to the root cause of things. Let's not,
But he's a doctor. Like he's an
also
MD.
he's also a doctor, which I like because he can supplement me and then write me some scripts on the side.
Right.
And it's good.
Right.
And I like that rather than just going to a healing doctor, like one that can't write me the prescription. So I like.
Or the one that can't. They can only write you the prescription,
right? Yes,
and they're probably
course.
just writing you a prescription for whatever company is paid for lunch this week.
Exactly.
Right.
So I started going to the functioning medicine doctor. I'm not going to lie; it was a 3-hour meeting.
That's amazing.
And it went over.
I've never sat in a room with a doctor for 3 hours.
3 minutes, maybe, but 3 hours.
Maybe.
No. Yeah. So we went.
They make it rain prescriptions. They're like, I gotta go.
Exactly.
I know I made you wait in the waiting room for 4 hours, but I've
made
got
it up
3
in
minutes
scripts.
for you. Yeah.
So 3 hours, and he asked me about my diet, my sleep, my therapy, my symptoms. At that point, I was losing a lot of hair, and I was gaining weight.
Yeah.
And I've always been able to somewhat control the weight gain.
Right.
Because it makes my anxiety worse the heavier I get. So, and then I just wasn't able to control it anymore. So I went to see him. It was a great interaction. It was a different interaction. We went over, what do I crave? Like, we went over everything.
That's amazing.
And then I walked out of there with lots of tests that I have to do. And since he's a functional medicine doctor, all these tests come to your house.
That's amazing.
And then but then you have to be deliberate. You have to, it's hard. Yeah, you have to do it. So that was
committed.
Yeah, that was very hard for me. So obviously I fell off the wagon with him. I was going through some stress, some stressors.
Yeah.
And I was dealing with life rather than what I should have been dealing, which was my life.
Right.
So then 2 weeks ago, I went through 4 weeks ago.
I don't know. It's been every day is Monday.
That's true. So I went through this whole I would call it like a flare up, I guess, where my hair was just falling out like crazy. I had to get one of those things that you put in the bottom of your shower so that I could actually tell how much hair I was losing.
Right.
I was pulling it out. It was coming out of it was terrible. I probably lost 50% more of my hair than I had lost before.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, something's wrong. Obvi. And you also have to go down that path of something's wrong, and then what will really be wrong.
Right.
And you have to be okay to accept whatever's wrong.
Right.
I was dying, obviously.
Yeah, clearly. Right.
So I went back to the doctor. I did all my lab work, all my blood work, and it was 48 tests that he tested my blood on. 48 different tests.
Wow. I don't know it. I've never heard of a doctor ordering 48 blood tests. That's awesome. To have the ability to really see the whole panel instead of just being we're just going to do this, this, and this, and then just make an assumption based on that.
Exactly.
Right.
So I got all the test results back, and of course I was dying again.
Of course.
So
why would
I'm researching everything, and before even going, I couldn't get back into him for another week, and then before even going, and he gave me some supplements in the beginning. I didn't implement them because I didn't want them to screw my tests up. It's always I'm always too late. You know what I mean? It's cart before the horse, and then you have to, whatever. What?
I don't think we're recording.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. We are now.
Oh my God.
I hate it here.
We gotta do that all over again.
I'm going home.
I'll be in the car. All right, where were we?
I don't know.
Were we recording or were we not recording?
I just panicked. Now it's fine.
I thought you farted or something. Because you were like, oh.
Or someone's breaking in.
I'm like, way to be back, girl. Way to be back. right.
Okay. I'm just sweating profusely over here. I don't know what's happening.
So let's start at 48 tests.
Yeah, so you did it 48 tests.
Yes, I got 48 tests.
Yeah.
Are we recording?
I don't know. You just leave that in. It's fine. People need to expect this from us.
Yes.
Shit.
So I got 48 tests, and I got my test results, and so I started Googling everything.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it. Several times. And then where did I go? The Wall Street Journal. And where did I go? Search that thing.
Yeah.
Learned all kinds of stuff, and I decided that I didn't need to wait a week.
Yeah.
I self-diagnosed myself with 3 things,
Right.
and I was right on 2 of them.
Death, and death.
Yes.
Right.
Death's door. So I diagnosed myself with 3 things, and then and that's when I took the gluten, the dairy, sugar, and the caffeine. The caffeine came last. So, but now I've seen him again, and I have a diagnosis. I still have tests pending as far as the ones that came to the house. I still have to do because, like my hormone test, you have to do it at a certain time of your cycle and all the stuff. So it's not like I couldn't go home and
Just be like,
throw some blood on some stuff and send it on in. Yeah, no, couldn't do that. So I have PCOS and I am insulin resistant.
damn.
Yeah.
Guess what that is?
Wine. It's all wine.
It's all wine.
All of it.
Yeah.
It's
so-
the wine. It's COVID wine.
But you're not dying.
Not yet. I mean,
So,
every day I'm dying.
A little bit.
Yeah, but it's I'm gonna say my pancreas is like, can you put the wine down? We're not in COVID.
Okay. So I did not go see a functioning doctor. I did not. And independently, you were like on this path, and I was on a parallel path, not
By
talking
yourself.
to you about
By
it,
yourself.
where I was like, my pancreas sent me a postcard, and it was like, I would have sent you a letter, but I don't have the strength. Stop drinking wine. I need a break.
Right.
Love pancreas.
Right.
And so I was like, I'm done. I'm going to stop drinking wine for a little while. Not forever, because I love wine.
Yeah.
I love wine. I will go on record.
Yeah.
Wine is my favorite thing in the whole wide
Wine's
world.
my favorite buzz
Of all things.
zoos. Yeah. I
do
know.
not want your liquor.
I don't want your
your
beer.
beer.
Ugh.
I want my wine. I want it to be red. You want it to be white.
Yeah.
And like,
I wonder
that's
which
what I
one's
want.
worse.
Well, I've heard that red is good for your heart. It's just that I took it a little too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I stopped drinking, and you were like, well, I'm going to stop drinking. And so we've been sober Sally now,
It's terrible.
and I'm going on
Like 6 weeks.
6 weeks. I have drank in that 6 weeks. We had martinis the other night, which
Yeah,
was lovely.
we did. Oh my
Doctor
gosh.
said we could.
Yes, I did ask the doctor.
Yeah.
Actually, I said, I don't care what you tell me, so just tell me something good.
I'm going to ask permission,
Right.
but like, don't say no.
Right. So he did say, he said, this is his exact words. I said, I'm going to have a martini tonight. Is that okay? And then I would like close my ears and I was like, I'm not listening. And he was like, yes, you can drink, but drink responsibly and moderately. You cannot go to the loose caboose and just drink from a spigot. You have to go to a reasonable place that actually like counts out their
Pours.
portions.
Right.
So you know how much you're consuming. And I'm like, meh, okay.
That's
I heard,
reasonable.
You said yes.
I
so.
heard fancy. I heard fancy restaurant. is
Well,
what
that's
I
where
heard.
we did go.
Right, we did. We went to a fancy restaurant, sat at the bar, and we drank 2 martinis, and it was
And
lovely.
can I tell you, I was like, woo!
Yeah, I know, right? My pancreas was like, this again.
Yeah.
Except for it's a little different because it's not red wine, but
Right.
whatever. Yeah, so I did that. So I drank with you then, and then I had a friend come in from out of town, and I had some wine with her. And then
I had a
that's-
couple shots of tequila on Sunday.
See, there you go. So, well, no, tequila's good for you.
Yeah, it's
fine.
clear. It has no sugar in it.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But can I
we're-
tell you, like, I could drink 10 glasses or 10 shots, and I'm like, what do we do? I don't know. Did we drink the whole bottle? Like, I didn't even, like, I'm not feeling any different.
Wow.
But I have 2 glasses of wine, and I'm like, let's go get tattoos.
That's a true story.
That is a true story. Yes, that has happened
This-
a lot of
multiple
times.
times.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I still have some stuff pending, but that's the diagnosis thus
You're
far.
feeling better about the whole situation.
Yeah, I'm not dying.
You're not dying. And then like also
And it's
you have
manageable.
somebody who's like listening to you and like actually is paying attention to your needs and
Yeah.
your
He's not only like helping me go get better, but he's also being very reasonable with me.
and I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason that, and like, I've noticed that since I stopped drinking caffeine, I'm not as anxious as I used to be. When I thought it was anxiety, but it was probably just caffeine.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Like I would be getting ready in the morning at like 9:30 in the morning and like my heart's just pounding and I'm like, I'm so anxious. I'm not like anxiety, I'm just anxious.
yeah.
And like now I used to be anxious, like I was running late to work every day, even though I'm not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like very, very
I have
anxious.
noticed that you have been like a little bit more even keel.
like
Like you've
Kuba?
just been kind of like, yeah, a little kumbaya, a little calm, a little zen. I have noticed that you kind of, I feel like you're a little bit just more even keel.
Good.
Where before your peaks were really high, your valleys were really
Right.
low.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a whole lot of just like you being even
Right.
Stevens.
And I have a feel. I mean, I was drinking a pot of coffee a day.
Yeah, well that'll do it. I drink a cup of coffee a day and I usually don't finish it.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I you know why I do it? Because I like it. First of all, I make it something that I shouldn't make it because I put
All the
flavored
things,
syrups
yeah.
and all my things in it, right? But I have changed the way that I do it. Where I used to get up and then like shuffle downstairs and make my coffee immediately.
Now you wait.
I wait between an hour and a half. It's that one, Austin. Time out, people. This is why Austin's here.
I'm very curious about your functional doctor, though.
Are you?
See, and that's
Oh.
why we're talking about this.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I didn't even know it was a thing, Austin. You're going to be part of this episode. We'll put you in the credits.
I mean, I knew it was a thing, but I didn't know there was like one in town.
Oh yeah. No, there's a couple different ones. Mine's great.
Yeah, I
And he
know where that
moved.
is.
I think he used to be in the district somewhere. over
Yeah,
there.
that's like that's a huge complex. There's a ton of buildings back
Yeah.
there. I wonder if he rents or if he if
He
owns
just
the
bought a
building.
cabin in Bryan Head,
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and he told me that he would use his realtor no matter what forever in Bryan Head because she literally like shuffled through snow to find him this cabin.
oh, that's
like her
awesome.
like her snow was up to her knees type of situation.
Wow, that's the kind of realtor you are too.
Yeah. You are too.
Yeah, I guess.
You
Are
are.
we back on, Austin?
Yeah, we're good. I don't know.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. I'm actually gonna sit behind this one and see.
What it's doing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay,
Jumps out.
perfect. Poor Austin. You want to
No.
go home and be with your family?
No, we're good.
Okay. He's like, nope, I got little ones. They're screaming.
Right.
Yeah, I drink my coffee. I drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning. Usually I don't finish it. It's probably not got that much caffeine in it. But I am drinking my tea. I drink 24 to 48 ounces of water in the morning before I have my coffee. now.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm waiting an hour to an hour and a half to let my cortisol
Level
levels
go down. Yep.
Like I'm learning stuff.
Right.
All from the Wall Street Journal.
Of course. I know. Me too.
Everything from the Wall Street
My
Journal.
mom's like, "What can you eat?" I'm like, "Hold on, let me look at the Wall Street Journal." I mean, basically, I'm just on a low. I'm not on like keto.
Right.
I'm just on a low carb diet.
Low carb, low sugars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he did put me on metformin.
How do you feel about that?
I'll tell you after I take it.
Yeah.
I got to fill that prescription first.
I know. I was like, asking you a ton of questions about the side effects and
Yeah.
everything because it fascinates me. Because it's like, it's the thing of, the stars or like, there's another one too, right? Metformin and something that starts with
Mounjaro.
okay, whatever.
Ozempic. So they're totally different.
Oh, are they are?
Yeah. So metformin is a herb from like a very, very long time ago.
Oh, really?
That worked so then obviously the manufacturer or the pharmaceutical companies picked it up and then started manufacturing it. And then I don't know what it is doing today, but yes.
Right.
So, but like women take it to get pregnant. And then women take it to lose weight. And then you have to start on a low dose and gradually put yourself up because it does tear up your digestive system. So I got a little pill cutter.
Yeah.
Watch me cut some pills.
You're like, bink,
Right?
bink, bink.
So I got that.
Little P's over there with his coin purse.
I
He's like,
know.
just put him in here, mommy.
Next to the Xanax. Haven't touched that in a while.
See,
Thanks, caffeine.
thanks, caffeine.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah. So and then a bunch of supplements. I'm low on iron, low on D. Everybody's low on D.
Who's not low on D these
Right?
days? I'm super low. It's like a D desert over here.
You got negative D.
Oh, it's okay because I have a headache, so it's fine.
And it's not from wine this time. It's a
No,
real headache.
it's a real headache.
So supplements, iron, iodine, and then metformin. And then in a month, he wants me to start Mounjaro.
Okay.
and
Well, I'm excited for
he
you.
can prescribe it. I don't have to go on the black web anymore.
Oh my God.
He's like, yeah, I think in a month I'm gonna put you on Mounjaro. I'm like, I have it in my fridge. And he's like, you have Mounjaro in your fridge? I was like, yeah, I went on the line and I bought it from some lady on a video call. And he
Oh
was
my
like-
God.
And I was like, but can you prescribe it? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, great. Don't have to do that again. And of course I buy it, and then I'm scared to take it. So it just sits in my fridge.
How long has it been in your fridge?
Oh, probably like 60 days.
Oh, how does it have an expiration date?
No, it's in the fridge.
It never expires.
Right.
It's
I don't
like,
know.
It's like
I don't-
mustard.
I haven't
Like, you
opened
just
it, yeah.
Leave it in there forever.
I haven't opened
It's fine.
it. But I was like, but I had to talk to John and tell him like, hey, I'm going to take this shot, but you have to like stick it to me.
You can't stick it to yourself?
I don't know. Maybe. I haven't tried it. But if I can, I had to like prep him to be like, stick this in my thigh.
Oh, okay.
And then he was like, he woke up and he was like, it's Thursday, it's shot day. And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
First of all, I don't know you that well. Second of all,
I
wait.
have such good intentions.
Yeah.
Such
No,
good
you
intentions.
follow through with the actual like getting it. I would just be like, I could if I wanted to, but I'm not going to.
Exactly.
So I would not follow
No,
through.
I just wanted to see, I wanted my test results to come back before I put anything
I don't
in my body.
blame you.
Yeah.
Like, let's figure out. I mean, if you're dying, then there's no point in losing weight. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, yeah.
I would
So,
hope death would just take it off me.
one would
Eventually,
think.
one way or the other.
One would think. One would think.
So yes, that's been my little journey. So
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. But ever since I went through all this, so I thought I had lupus. That's
Right.
what I thought I
remember
had.
you saying that.
I thought I had lupus. I thought I had PCOS with
You do.
Hashimoto's.
Well, you don't have the Hashimoto's.
No, I don't
which
have
is
the
a
Hashimoto's,
PCOS.
which is great. My thyroid function's great.
Oh, that's
Thank
awesome.
God. I
Yeah.
know. And then I thought I had Epstein-Barr, which I don't. He said, the very last question I asked him was, do I have Epstein-Barr? And he's like, I can't tell yet. So I could still have Epstein-Barr, which is that's a little scary.
I have
That's how
no
you get-
idea what that is.
It's how you get like encephalitis of the brain.
I have no idea what that is.
Girl, you gotta.
Girl, what have you been? You've been deep in the Wall Street Journal.
Oh my
How do
gosh.
you even know? Epstein Bar sounds like a terrible candy bar.
I thought it sounded like a show. Like it reminds me of Roseanne Barr.
Oh, it reminds me of
It's like if you took Roseanne Barr and Jeffrey Epstein and you put them in a room together, you'd get Epstein Barr. No?
oh
Where's
my
the crickets?
God. Oh my God.
No? No one
Oh,
thought that?
No, it never. I was thinking more like, candy bar, like a Twix kind of thing or something. I don't know. Well, all right then. Can you tell me what
Sounds terrible.
It actually does sound pretty bad. Can you tell me what? Although it would be fun to watch Roseanne Barr and Jeffrey
Jeff
Epstein
Epstein
in
in
a
a room
room.
together.
That would have been great.
Throw some Rosie O'Donnell in there, see what happens. Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord. So what is that Epstein Barr?
It's like
Allegedly.
it's like, so you have herpes simplex 1, which is cold sores on your mouth. Herpes simplex 2, which is,
I don't know anything about the no clue about the cold sores.
You have,
Just over here rocking it.
and you covered him up.
I did.
Is it Chaz?
It is Jazz.
I'm literally showing a guy's apartments tomorrow. His name's Chaz.
Oh my God, I can't
With
believe
a
we
Z.
Yeah, this one's a Chaz
Yeah.
with a Z too.
2 Z's or 1?
Yeah, 3.
Oh my God. So, and then I think there's a 3. There's a HP, whatever the actual thing. And then there's a 4, which is Epstein-Barr. I think
Wow.
it like lives in your spine. So I did find out that herpes number 1 lives in your brain. Herpes number 2 lives in your spine. And they barely ever interact. Like they'll never like threshold. And everybody has it except for it lays dormant in your spine. Like it's just a virus. It's
We all have
just a
it?
virus. Yeah, we all have it. Maybe not the genital ones, but the normal ones.
Wow.
But it's just a virus that lives in your body, but it's terrible. And then you could get encephalitis, which is a brain infection.
What do you do about that?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't get that
We
far.
haven't gotten that far?
Yeah, no, we
Wall
haven't.
Street Journal didn't have an article on that
No,
one?
but there is a Chicago Med episode of it for sure.
I mean, I'm
Fascinating, right?
Yeah, that is
I know.
fascinating. You're like a little science experiment over there.
I'm trying, but it's
mean-
very expensive.
Yeah. So,
So-
this doctor doesn't take insurance, you said. Or does he?
I don't know if he does.
You chose to just You just
I think he's like, you can try and push it through. We
Yeah.
won't, but
Right.
you can.
Right.
It's kind of like therapy. Like
Got it.
I've
Right.
been to a therapist for almost 4 years, and
Right.
I don't push it through insurance.
Yeah.
You know,
What's the point?
Like
They're just going to argue with you. If you get it through, they're going to argue with you in 60
Right.
days about it. And who has time?
So yeah. So I mean, you can try and then see where it goes from there.
Dang.
Yeah. So we're in the middle of our little journey.
Well, I'm excited for you. Like, super excited for you.
Me too. I feel better. I think I feel better. I don't know. I mean, I really miss wine.
Yeah, me too.
Like bad.
Yeah, me too.
Like I'm in the shower and like my mom's like, "What do you have for lunch?" I'm like, "Can I say wine?" Like I really miss my little wine. I think I miss the wine time more than the wine.
Well, and that's something that, like, since we've now both been on this
Yeah, now
little
we don't
kick,
see each other.
We don't like, we're like, oh, well, I'm not drinking wine. You're not drinking wine. So clearly we're not hanging out together.
right. But that's terrible.
But I mean, it's probably just that if we were sitting down in a not controlled environment, which we are in our podcast studio, this is a very controlled environment.
yes.
Also, there's a human here to witness it, so we can't be like, didn't do that. Also,
Right.
we're recording.
Right.
But like, if we were just like sitting in my kitchen, it would probably take 3.5 minutes before somebody's like, you have 48 bottles of wine. Like, we should
Yeah.
have one. And
I
the other
know.
person would be like, okay, just a little. And
I
then
know.
6 hours later, we're in the backyard screaming karaoke at Alexa. Which is fun. It's
God,
one
I
of my
miss
favorite
it.
things
I
to do.
miss it. I can't wait for someone to be like, "What do you want for lunch tomorrow?" I'm like, karaoke, drunk karaoke,
drunk
in
karaoke.
Reba's backyard.
We just have to kind of like hit the reset button, right?
We just have to navigate it
Yeah,
correctly.
we have to
and we have to stop avoiding each other because we don't want to drink.
right. Well,
We need to remind each other that we would be supportive of that. No, never mind. I don't know. I haven't been over. I don't know how I would react.
Yeah.
You might be like, "So do you want one glass of wine?" I'd be like, "Yeah, okay." And then it would turn into
7 hours
bucks.
later. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Right. I don't know.
But like so
We don't know till we find out.
No, so we should definitely try it. We have Lukey coming in.
Lukey will be here tomorrow.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Yeah.
do that. So
Luke is my nephew, for anybody who doesn't actually know us.
baby tiny Lukey.
He's 19.
Such a baby boy.
I keep saying my 17-year-old nephew, and I'm like, this fool has been 17 for the last 2 years. He would probably appreciate it if I would move that up to 19.
Do you think he's gonna get a tattoo while he's here?
No. So
you already have that conversation?
I have not had that conversation, but if he would like to get a tattoo while he is here, he is
Yes,
going to have to call his mother
Gotcha.
and tell his mother that that's what he wants to do, and I have nothing to do with it. I'm not gonna be on the receiving end of the wrath
Right.
of not only his mother but our mother, my
Yes.
mother, because Grammy
Yeah, Grammy K would
is
be
going to lose her mind if she sees that her 19-year-old grandson has a tattoo. So
Yeah.
he gets to fight that battle. And I'm going to tell him about the time that I was 21, maybe 22, and I got my nose pierced. And I went home to my parents' house, and my mother was like, you take that out right now. And she literally I was 22. What is that? Oh, don't do that. I pay my bills. My bills are paid, right? None of that happened.
No.
None of that happened.
Did she snatch it out of your nose?
She was like, you better remove that before your father gets home. And I was like, what? And she's like, take it out. He's going to lose his mind. And
Did
I'm
she
like,
say
what?
Lindsay?
Yeah.
Ugh.
She's like, take it out. And I did. Because
weird.
Now I would just be like, actually, they've seen, obviously it's pierced again.
Right.
They've seen it. They haven't said a word about it. Like, they're not going to, like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm
They're
pretty
like
sure.
they're like, I'll pick my battles.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I've earned the right to pretty much do whatever the hell I want to do.
Well, we think that until we
So-
do something wrong, and then you're like,
Like, oh, shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, that was.
So John took me for a picnic in Mount Charleston on Sunday.
That's so sweet. Or not.
No, I'm like, is this what fucking sober people do? Like, it was so fucking hot. Like
In Mount Charleston?
yes, it was 98 degrees.
That is not picnic weather.
No, I was like, it's going to be like a solid 80, maybe 75. No, it was still 98 degrees, and my hummus was disgusting.
No. Yeah. Did you just like turn around and come back down?
No, I sat on a bench and I ate
Gross hummus.
gross hummus,
And you're like, this is fun.
and then he downed his sandwich, and I was like, can we go now?
And
And then we left. We only left because there was a horsefly chasing John around, and he didn't like it. So then finally was like, yeah, let's go.
wow.
But I was literally like, is this what sober people do? Because this is not fun.
Yeah, no, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it was awful.
Like going up to Mount Charleston is fun if there's
Cocktails, brunch. I don't know. Anything fun?
Bloody Marys
Right.
and like eggs on a fire on
Yeah.
a campground, and you stayed up till 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, a little
drinking
hair on
your
the
face
dog.
off. Yeah, no,
Like that's fun. But and then all these people were, and then I had to go to the bathroom and like this cellar, and they didn't have any soap, and I was freaking out in my own head, obviously.
but you didn't really have anxiety because you had had no caffeine.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Or
so the
alcohol.
only time I've ever had anxiety in the last couple weeks is just when my body was trying to adjust to not eating it, to where I just didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Like my head hurt, my stomach hurt, my bones hurt, like all the things hurt, and like then I would have anxiety or a panic attack. But other than that, I haven't had it from like sheer panic.
That's good. Wonderful.
Are we not allowed to have drinks here? Sorry.
There's Heidi's like
Just trying to get that
Did
D.
you guys hear that?
God.
Did you hear that?
So, they might have found Tupac's medallion
Okay.
in Henderson.
What
not at our
medallion?
house.
Well,
Lame.
Obviously, they wouldn't have found it if it was my house. Stuart would be wearing it.
Yes, he would. It'd be in his mouth.
Right. It's true.
Yeah.
They'd be like, we think that's what it is, but it's
Yeah.
all chewed up. So
That's all I got.
what medallion?
I think what he was wearing when he was killed.
No.
So it's been 27 years since Tupac died, which I'm going to just go out on a limb and be like, a lot of those people from that time are probably no longer with us.
Sure. Yeah. Poor Austin. He's just going from camera to camera, trying to figure out why they keep dying.
Why do you think they keep dying? They probably don't. They're like, this is stupid, ladies.
Have we figured this out?
Yeah, it's because they're telling me that they're overheating, which is weird because like they don't feel hot to the touch.
Where are they? In Mount Charleston?
So where's the medallion?
Henderson?
And they for real found it.
They think they might have found it. The search warrant was just issued this morning. They probably just went out today. So if you know anybody, we could make a call.
I don't know anybody.
I don't either. Bobby will know.
Bobby will know.
Yeah, Bobby will know.
We're gonna have to ask.
Well, I came in and I was like, "Did you?" And he was like, "Yeah, I already know." And I'm like, "And you didn't send it to me?
right.
WTF?"
Yeah. Ew.
Yeah. So
Come on, Bobby.
he's like, "TMZ already had it on like 20 minutes ago," and he's like, "That's where I get all my news." Like, of course you do. So yeah. So we'll find
the
out.
New York Times.
Yeah.
TMZ.
Right. So we'll find out. Hopefully soon.
Well, I am fascinated because I think whoever's house that was found in may know something. And now we want to know.
Do you think it's your next door neighbor's house?
No.
Oh, I do. I'm convinced.
I would have seen it.
Jay has the medallion.
Jay has a medallion.
Yeah.
He's just like playing it cool over there.
Yeah, that's why he's like, I was born on leap year because he never wanted to tell you his birthday. So he didn't want to give himself up because he had Tupac's medallion this whole time.
Dadgum, Jacquees. I don't have bone to pick with you when I get home, buddy.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
So what'd you do today?
I went to the doctor today, too.
Oh my God, how many?
Okay. Easy there. Look at these softballs coming by. You're like, hit that one. Hit that one. Can
God.
you hit this?
That's what sober people do, play softball, don't they?
No. Drunk people play softball. I've played a lot of, well, I didn't really play. I
Right.
just mostly showed up and drank. But a lot of drunk people playing softball. No, I went to a podiatrist this morning because I was like noticing a little discoloration in my toenails. And I was like, ew.
Was
I
he
don't
like, that's
it.
COVID shot?
Yeah. No, he was just did a little laser treatment on it.
Oh, he's like, here,
He's like,
get
I'll
out.
see you after Labor Day.
Yeah, he's like, get out.
Yeah, he's like, I'm having hip replacement surgery tomorrow after I heal. He's like, next time I see you, I'll dance into the room. And I was like, perfect. He's like, I'll see you after Labor Day. This will all be fine.
Sweet.
So that was done. That was easy peasy. And then I went to
Are you
you've
ready?
been waiting for this.
All day.
And I wouldn't tell you.
I know.
'Cause I was like,
And I've been
tell you.
I've been sitting here talking about my bullshit, just waiting
Your-
it to your bullshit.
your bullshit is so interesting. So interesting. So I've been watching kind of your journey with your doctor, and I think it's a great journey, and I'm super excited for you. And I think that poor Poor Austin. I think we're gonna have to.
Okay, we're okay.
We're gonna adjust this. I think that is also a direction that I probably will go.
Of course, yeah. I figured.
Yeah.
I've already diagnosed you.
Right. Well, I mean, you've been reading up on it. You've done your research. So
Yeah, you're PCOS with insulin resistant 100%.
Sweet.
So did you know that if we just keep the insulin resistant going, it'll just turn into diabetes?
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
can't do that.
No.
Right. So, however, last year I was like really on this kick where
Yes.
I was doing all the right things. Still drinking wine, but not very much.
Right.
And like really nothing like happened
Right.
I mean,
where it should have.
where it should have.
Right.
Right. You don't walk 6 miles in a day consistently in the heat, mind you, and then like nothing happens.
And that's
Right.
when you thought you had an allergy to the xanthan gum, so you were like making almond flour biscuits and like you
Yeah.
weren't eating like you were low carbing it.
Yeah, I
Let's
was
just
low
put it-
carbing it. Yeah.
Right.
And I still think I have that sensitivity.
Yeah.
It's not as bad without the alcohol. So maybe it's a combination of the two, but I still have a sensitivity to a lot of breads.
Right.
And like processed things.
Right.
I can't really eat a lot of processed things. They make me feel sick. So anyways, so I appreciate that path that you're on, but for me currently, I would like a little bit more of a instant gratification because 44 and perimenopausal, says the Wall Street Journal. And so, and by the way, if you guys are new here, the Wall Street Journal is TikTok.
Yes.
We just find that if you say Wall Street, I read it in the Wall Street Journal, then people take you
seriously.
seriously. And they're like, oh, you did? And then they think that what you're telling them is, good information. But if
It
you say,
is.
I saw it on TikTok, people are like, oh, TikTok.
Yeah.
Right.
It
yeah.
is good information.
It's great
Yeah.
information. It's just the public perception
of
is
100%.
if people aren't on it all the time, they're like, oh, TikTok.
Right.
So you say Wall Street Journal and then all
And
of
then
a
they
sudden,
listen.
yeah, people are listening to you and it's good information. So I digress.
Yes.
Little asterisk there. So I went and saw a local plastic surgeon this morning.
Oh my goodness.
Sure did. And I actually have an appointment for August to get something called Smart Lipo.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm
That
doing
is
it.
so
I'm doing
cool.
it.
Can
I'm
you tell
super-
us all about
Yes.
it?
I'll tell you everything that I know.
It sounds fancy.
It is.
It sounds like less recovery time.
It is less recovery time. Yes. And the thing about it is that I am weary of doing,
Super invasive stuff.
yeah, I'm just not that person.
Right.
And so what we're doing is, we're doing this and it's basically like 3 lasers and those lasers, go
Penetrate.
in and I'm only doing like this area. This is my problem area.
Right.
Like I told him, I'm not wearing clothes because my arms are too big.
Right.
I'm not wearing clothes because my legs are too
Right.
big. I'm literally altering how I dress and look because all of my everything is right here. It settles right here. So he was like, totally understand, not a problem. Takes a look at it and he's like, you're a great candidate for this. This is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do the damn thing.
So it's laser.
It's laser. They like burn the fat cells and
Are
they're
they
gone,
in
gone.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Oh, it's
opening-
lipo.
Oh, it's
yeah,
lipo.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But it's like not as crazy
As
of
the big wand that they're
yeah, it's a smaller wand.
Gotcha.
Right. And it's more like locally, it's like focused, like, right?
Right.
So anyway, so I committed to it and I am not going to sit here after I get snatched.
Right, and
I'm
be
not-
like-
I took a vitamin and look at all the
Right.
weight I lost. You should take a vitamin too. And then
Right.
I'm going to make money because you took this vitamin. Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be like, oh no, I just started walking around the block twice a week and
Yeah.
like I lost all this weight. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not gatekeeping. I'm not a gatekeeper.
Right.
And so I'm not gatekeeping this and be totally honest.
Good.
I went for instant gratification. I'm completely fine with it. No one needs to whisper about. Yeah, sure did.
It's so weird because
Sure did.
We know so many women who have gotten procedures done, and it's so hush hush.
Yeah,
and
nobody
I think
wants to talk about
it. It's so weird.
Why? Like, talk about it. Tell other people what you had done. Bitch, you did not start walking and lose weight in all the right places.
Right.
And somehow your boobs went from here to here.
Right.
Like, that's not how that happens.
I just don't understand why it is so hush
Yeah,
hush.
because women are vain. And
that
guess
what
what
it
I'm
is?
not? I'm not vain. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's just, it's weird. I don't know. I can't comprehend that. So like, I can't see what that reasoning would be. I'm going to say, this is what I'm doing. This is what it's going to be. I'm going to tell everybody what the recovery was like. I'll answer questions about it.
Right.
Like, I don't care. Someone maybe could benefit from this who also thinks just like I did that
you're
this
not a
was
candidate.
something that was A, I was not going to be a candidate, and B, it was going to be financially unattainable.
Right.
Like, I thought that something like this would be the cost of a car, and it is not.
Right.
It's the cost of, I mean, I guess it's the cost of a car. It's the cost of, like
Honda Civic hatchback, 97.
97 Honda Civic
Civic
hatchback.
hatchback.
But, like, it's just, it is more attainable for people than I thought that it would be. It's more attainable for me.
Right.
I was pretty sure that I was going to walk in there and he was going to say, your BMI is too much. There's this problem. There's that problem. Now I still have to go do blood work, and I actually have to do it tomorrow.
Oh, good. Are you getting the people to come to your house, or you're just going to go around the corner?
No, I'm just going to go whatever place they tell me to go. So I'm going to go do that, and as long as that's okay, I'm green light go for mid-August, and
That's so exciting.
I'm raging. And I'm going to lose, they said probably, I'm probably expect to lose like 2 to 4 inches around my
Wow.
waist, and then the longer I go and continue to do the right things, because my metabolism's going to get a little bit, a little pep in her step. I mentally am going to get a little pep in my step, because understand,
And
like,
physically.
I have done the things that I was supposed to do and nothing happened.
Right.
Which makes a person go, I don't want to do this shit anymore.
I know.
I'm going to have some wine.
Yeah.
And sit in
here.
this and just be what I am.
Right.
Right. Even though I'm unhappy about it.
Right.
So like to see results is going to make me then want to continue
Of course,
or do
yeah.
more.
It's all
right?
positive reinforcement at that point. You're going to physically feel better.
Yep.
You're going to be able
Mentally
to put,
feel better.
you're going to
Yeah.
be able to put different clothes on. You're going to
Yeah.
be excited about putting different clothes on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
pumped.
going to be cool.
And then
Are they only doing?
Yes.
Are they doing back?
No, they're doing upper to lower abdomen. So we talked about me coming back
And doing the back
in a year or so, 9 months to a year.
when you're healed.
And yep, when I'm all healed and I've continued to do the things that I need to be doing, and then we would talk about potentially doing a tummy tuck, which is a more invasive procedure at that
Right.
point in time. However, that gives me the opportunity to lose weight,
Right.
get my and he said some people come in and do this and they don't care. Like they don't care to go back and do the invasive procedure.
Right.
So why would we start there? We're not going to. We're going
Right.
to start here,
That makes
and then in 9 to 12 months, if I'm like, all right, I'm ready for this, I want to do this, then we'll do it, and I will have really 9 to 12 months of exercise and all the right things that I'm currently doing behind me, which hopefully will then also make that a better procedure.
Of course.
And he's a plastic surgeon, board certified.
Yes.
So he's going to be able
I've
to
been
go
on his
in.
newsletter for 12 years. I know.
Which is the funniest thing in the world. And then I was talking to someone else about it today because I'm not a gatekeeper. And they were like, they said his name, and I'm not going to say his name because, I'm not going to put him on blast on, day one. He's like, I
Right.
just met you. Slow down.
Right.
But he was like, oh my God, I know him. And then he starts rattling off how he knows him. And he's like, he did my, wife's boobs. And he did, my,
Right.
and so this
He's
guy.
been there
he's-
forever.
Forever. And he's a great reputation. So for me to go back after this, first of all, I'm happy to have him do it.
Right.
Because he knows what he's doing. And then I'm happy to go back after the fact for potentially a tummy tuck if I decide to do that, because he's going to be able to make all of this like look right.
Right.
So yeah. So
Did you? I'm just going to throw this out here as a question. Did he talk to you about like getting smaller boobs or like
didn't bring it up.
no boobs?
Brought nothing up except for what I told him that I cared about.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, I said I care about this, and he was like, "That's all I care about. If that's all you care about."
Okay, that's
there
good.
wasn't any. What are you gonna do with that arm flap? There was
No, I was
like,
wondering-
let me
I didn't-
make you feel like shit about other things too.
But I didn't.
Right.
I didn't
Yeah.
know if he.
No.
I don't even know if you would even think about getting a breast reduction or anything like that.
No, not at this point. No. Yeah,
I think
just-
when you lose weight, eventually those
Yeah.
will go down a little bit.
Well, and this-
just a
and these-
just a scooch.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens down the road. But like I've made this decision.
Yeah.
We're good. Now, here's the funny part. I've made the decision. Have I told my husband?
No.
Absolutely not.
He won't be here, will he?
He will not be here. And you know what? he will not know until he sees me and either notices and asks, or like he happens to run across
An
like
American Express bill.
right. He goes to like balance my accounts, which he does
Yeah.
all my bookkeeping at
Right.
home. So at some point he's going to do my taxes and be like, what's this?
Right? You're like lunch with Heidi. Leave it alone.
I'm like, I haven't bought any wine, so we're fine.
Right.
Like this is wine. So yeah, I have not told him. He won't be here. I probably won't talk to him.
What's the recovery time?
For the first 48, 2 to 5 days, they said it might be a little rough.
Like stay down and
Yeah, just like take it easy. 2 days for sure, take it easy. 2 to 5 days, maybe 7, but she's like, you'll be fine. And then after that, I can't pick up anything over 10 pounds for 3 weeks. I can't exercise for 6 weeks.
wow.
And then I can't like get in a bathtub or a hot tub or a pool for like 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that like reverse it?
I don't know, but I'm not going to test it. Well, I'm like, it's fine. It's August. I'm not getting in the pool anyways. Like, who gives a shit? Like,
No.
and I don't take baths because my bathtub is a death trap. So
It is
it's got
pretty
those,
scary. High.
has those high edges. So every time I get in, I'm like, this is so nice because it's so deep. And then the water goes out and I'm like, get out of this slippery
I know.
motherfucker. Like, this is how I die.
I don't know. I think I'm just too excited. When's the date?
August 14th at this point.
So when do we get back from
We get back August 9th. I have
So we literally fly out. We get on a plane. We fly there. We get off. We go to a hotel. We go to a class. Then we get back on an airplane and fly back.
Yeah, I didn't want to mess around. It's
Oh, good.
Detroit.
I know.
Not that it's not a lovely place, that Detroit, but like, I'm good.
Okay, I was just
haven't-
making sure that I understood what we were doing.
I haven't been on a vacation in how many years?
That's not a
Like, This
vacation.
is not a vacation.
No.
So we're going to a training class with a lender.
For real estate.
Which no one's really actually been able to tell me
What we're doing.
the class is about.
I swear if we just get there and they're just like strip clubs and dollar bills and tequila shots, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Because we could have done that here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now we're in Michigan.
I'm not going to a strip club in Detroit. I feel like that's not, you know what I mean? Like, that's
Depends
not.
on how much wine I
That's
have.
how we end up in an abandoned house, like kidnapped. Why didn't they arrive home? Well, they went to a strip club in Detroit.
Right.
That was the last we saw them.
Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine?
That sounds great. I've been sober from wine for, what's today? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Like 15 days.
Good for you.
I'm so proud of myself.
You should be. It's huge. That means that we're operating at a higher frequency now.
I hope so.
I think so. I mean, we're sitting here, aren't we?
Can this frequency like give me a little bit of a head change or anything? Just kidding.
Nope. No,
I'm pissed that my body's giving up on me.
well, I mean, our bodies are giving up on us after years and years and
It
years
doesn't matter.
of abuse.
It doesn't matter. Like I had to have like a real come to Jesus and be like, first of all, you really have something wrong with you.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And then second of all, like, what do you mean we can't keep going like we were?
What do you
Like,
mean we can't rage?
Right. I'm still pissed about it. So like, I don't want you to think that I'm sitting over here like enjoying my fucking life because I'm still pissed. It's a bad breakup. I just got divorced from wine.
Oh Lord!
And like I have
And yet
to,
wine's still going to come around every now and
I
then.
know he
and you're going to
is.
be like, oh, I love him.
he's
so
gonna come in my
much.
DMs. But like, and I know that, and like, I'm like, doing this takes a lot of like this is a forever thing. This has to be forever because I would rather have no wine than diabetes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, there comes a point in time then where you get to, there is no going back. There's no reversing.
Right.
And that's the conversation I had with the plastic surgeon today.
Right.
I said, I'm 44 years old. I am very well aware that this is all going to become more difficult
Right.
as time goes on. So can I please just like have some immediate results and enjoy the last few years of young, whatever it is that I'm feeling now, before I get to the point where like it's not going to be cute regardless of whether I do it, like.
and then I'm thinking like, what are we getting fucking tummy tucks and our ass blasted so we can just go to work every day?
Well, I also,
You know?
he's like, you're going to have some extra skin. And I was like, well, I'm not going to the club.
Right.
And I literally said it like that. I was like, I'm not going to
I
the
don't
club,
know.
so I don't care.
I think your skin might bounce back.
He
very
said
good.
it's good. Like, my
It's-
skin's good, but it's not going to bounce back 100%. but,
Did he give you
whatever.
the little? Did he tell you about the compression stuff that you have to wear afterwards?
Yeah, I have another appointment I have to go to.
Oh, that's nice. Oh,
Oh. Everybody say hi to Austin.
right.
I'm not necessarily happy about this. Believe me, every night when I go home, the thought crosses my mind where I'm like, I just got a shipment of wine to my house that I had to sign for yesterday of 12 more bottles of wine.
course you did.
And I'm like, FedEx guy's like, can you sign? And I'm like, I fucking hate you.
Right.
So now they're just sitting on my living room floor. So believe me, every night I'm like, I could just have a glass of wine and that would be fine. But I'm not happy about this. I don't like this.
No, I don't. And I think that. So you and I have known some people that have gotten very ill, like life-changing illnesses, correct?
Yeah, 100%.
And I remember coming to you and being like, I couldn't imagine if one day I was unaware and then the next day I was aware and how much that would change my life entirely. And then I couldn't do this every day. And then, but that's kind of how I feel a little bit about, this lifestyle
Yeah.
change. I'm like, why can't I do what I was doing?
You-
I thought it was working so well and then it wasn't.
I did
That's
too.
the crazy part that's the mind fuck is that like I thought I was handling everything great, but I wasn't.
100%. I did too. And now I look back on it and this last few days have been crazy for
Yes.
me. And I was like, today I was driving and I was like, there's no way I would have been able to handle all of this if I
Was hungover.
was hungover.
Yeah.
There's no way. But in reality, I'd have handled it all.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'd have been like,
It's just because
pissed,
you feel
but
good now. That's
I feel
why.
I'm okay to handle
Yeah.
it. I'm not like, oh, no, I got to do this.
Yes.
Oh, no, I got to do that.
Right.
Like, it's a little different.
And we've had those conversations in the past,
Yep.
when we were super busy and
Yeah.
we went 2 weeks without drinking and
Yeah.
we raged. But I'm replacing everything with work now. So
Also not healthy.
no, so I mean they're like this is a long road of
Yeah.
And I haven't seen my therapist in like 3 weeks, so
Oh,
that's
boy.
not good.
That's awesome. So 15 days without alcohol, haven't seen your therapist in 2 weeks. So you're going to show up and you're going to be like, new me.
Right?
Like-
She's like, "Who? I'm sorry, are you my patient?" And I'm like,
Right.
"Why am I that skinny?"
I'm like, do I look super calm and
Right.
skinny? Thank you.
No, we text, so she knows what's going on. We've texted to each other.
I mean, I think when it comes right down to it, there is, every single person can find something in their life that they could do better or that they could remove or that they could add. Like there's something that everyone can do to put themselves in a better place in their bubble, whatever that happens to be. And it's finding the courage, the strength,
The discipline.
the discipline, and then it's also finding the grace that goes along with all of those things because we are going to fall flat on our faces time and time and time again. And we give everybody in our lives grace except for ourselves.
Yes, 100%.
And so, like, that is a teachable thing. That is a teachable moment to give yourself grace in that adventure.
My therapist says, treat yourself the way you would want other people to treat you.
Yeah.
Instead of the opposite.
Well, I
treat
mean, other people, other people treat us like shit. So
Yes.
there's that.
But we want them to treat us good. So treat yourself the way you
Yeah.
would want someone to
I
treat
want
you.
to treat myself. Treat yourself. I want to treat myself
to
better.
some plastic surgery. I can't wait to go next. Because we do everything in pairs. Even without knowing it, we do it in pairs.
So what's going to happen is we're going to do switchies.
What's going to happen?
What's going to happen?
Welcome to Saturday Night Live.
Sweater weather.
Right?
So what's going to happen is we're going to do switchies. So I'm going to do my thing and you're going to do yours. We're going to go down our path and then we're going to switch.
Yeah, and I'm going to
you're
go have
gonna
plastic
do
surgery.
my thing and I'm going to do your thing.
I
And,
definitely
yeah.
think that you should do my thing.
I'm going to, and I
Okay.
definitely think that when you're ready, you should do my thing.
Yeah.
And it might look different for you, but I don't I'm at the point now where I feel like I have spent so much time ignoring myself,
Yeah. I get you.
and I don't want to ignore myself anymore. And I am not afraid of death. Like if I was to get a terminal diagnosis tomorrow, I'd be like, all right, well, this was fun. And then I would pick up a pack of Marlboro Lights, that case of wine, and I'd be like, and out we go. Because, I mean, if I'm dying anyway,
Right.
Mama's going to have some
You'd
Marlboro
be like,
Lights.
you're like, flight
wine.
leaves to Oregon in 2 hours. You ready?
Well, and that's true, too.
But right before we went on this parallel path together that we didn't know we were going on, we did have a great.
Like a last hoorah.
Yeah. Remember when we went down to, where were we at? Esther's kitchen? Carson kitchen?
Yeah. I do. I remember we went down, and Steve was the bartender.
Yep. And we
was
literally
great.
we drank on an empty stomach like we always do.
Yeah.
It was
that
great.
Was fun. Was that the same day we got tattoos?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, God, those were the days.
And then there's the whole thing where it was like 2 weeks ago, but it's fine. There's those things where you're like, are these the best times of our lives?
Then you wake up the next morning and you're like,
I'm like, this is a 2-day hangover. And then I'm like, why do I drink wine on an empty stomach? Stupid. Stupid. Stupid.
So dumb. So dumb.
But we did have food. I made us order food.
Yeah,
Remember, we
had
ordered
food.
all the things.
Yeah, we had food. and
We
then-
had deviled eggs.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah.
Chicken skins.
Carson's Kitchen is bitching.
Yeah,
Like
it
that
was-
place is awesome. If you've not gone, it's downtown. For the people in Las Vegas. I'm no Keith Lee, but I almost said Keith Sweat.
Oh my God. Let's just call
I'm no
him Keith
Keith
Sweat.
Sweat,
But
but-
I know where downtown Vegas
I know
is.
downtown, I know where Fremont Street is.
No, it was great.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Really, really good. And then, we got tattoos, and then we had a 2-day hangover, and that was our last hoorah.
Yeah. Till the next one.
Until
Like there has to be some moderation here.
I'm not saying never.
Right.
I'm just saying let's get it together first.
But I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was like pretty much drinking every other day,
Yeah.
and I wasn't like binge drinking or anything. I was just having glasses of wine every other day.
For me, it was more of a routine than anything else.
It was a comfort routine.
Yeah, I would come home. I would be like, now I get to switch into evening, and then I'm
Is that
gonna
your
pour a
is
glass
that your
of
jam
wine.
jams?
Yeah.
Your evening attire?
I'm like, let me take my bra off, put on my
Right.
jam pants, and pour myself a healthy glass of wine.
Right.
And then I would down that in like 2.2 seconds, and then I would be like, second glass of wine coming up.
Yep.
And then that one would take longer. And then especially during the summer too, this was my weakness, which was really terrible, is that I'm going home, and I mean I can't believe I'm putting this out there, but I'm going home to my dogs and no one else.
Right. It's hard.
It's so hard to be by yourself every single night
Right.
at home with no one except for dogs to talk to. My dogs.
It's actually it's a negative. What are the? It's a negative edged sword. Sometimes it's delightful.
Double-edged sword.
Double edged.
Yep.
Negative.
double-edged sword.
Double. So sometimes you hate it, and then sometimes you go home and you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad no one's here.
Yeah, no, and I am getting to the point now where it's, oh my God, I'm so glad no one's here. Like,
good.
Yeah, and I'm good with it.
Well, you haven't started crying yet for
And
Chris yet.
No, I haven't. And I'm handling the summer a lot better without being tipsy and hungover. I'm handling things a lot better. I've got chaos happening on all fronts.
Right.
But I'm good. I've got it. So, so that's, so I don't know. It just, I feel like that this, is perfect timing. We have so many things that we're changing and new chapters that we're writing and adventures that we're going to be having. And all of them sound really boring and
Sober.
miserable right now. But I
get better
feel
at
like we will get better at it. And I feel like we still have a lot of fun left to have. We're just going to do it, maybe
A little bit different.
Yeah.
With some celery juice. No vodka.
Well,
Stupid. So stupid.
so dumb.
So my doctor did say, and just to wrap things up, guys, my doctor did say most people see an insulin resistance or a diabetes type, whatever one it is, as oh, good, I don't have it yet. Let me keep going.
Oh.
He said the majority of them are like that. Like majority in this society are like that. And I'm like, oh, no, you just put a stop sign up against my face. And
I thought I took that
I
as
was
a
in
stop
reversal.
sign.
I would
Yeah.
like, how do I reverse this? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Back it up.
Yeah.
We're not going down this. So I thought that was something. So if you guys are thinking of changing your lifestyle, changing one thing, changing anything, changing anything.
You don't need to go through and be like, no carbs, no
Yeah,
this,
what
no
I
that.
did, yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
That, first of all, I commend you because
Yeah.
that's a miserable journey. But no, just one thing. For me, it just started, I'm not going to drink this week.
Right.
And then that week I finished and I was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to drink this week until Friday because my friend is coming into town.
Right.
And I didn't drink all week. And then my friend came to town and I drank.
And then she got the stomach flu.
And then I was so sick for like 3 days. And then I was like, well, it's definitely the wine.
Right.
Was it the wine? Probably not. But I was like, oh, definitely the wine.
yeah, we'll blame it on all fronts.
Yeah. And then I was like, no more drinking. And then I didn't drink for another few weeks.
Right.
And then we had martinis. Like, so like it
And
whatever.
like you
It's
barely
one
even had a
thing.
martini. You had Cosmos, and those don't even do anything to you. It takes you like 7 to get
It
anywhere.
used to, but not anymore.
Were you a little buzzed?
2. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, all
And then I was like a little cheap date. And then I went home and I was like, let me just have some tea. So I had my water and I didn't drink. I didn't drink wine when I got home.
That's
or
good.
anything. I was
That's
like,
good.
good little girl. And then I was like, I'm just going to go to bed because my life sucks.
I know.
So I go to bed at like 7. You know, I'm like, I'm just in the day because I'm bored.
I know. I did something yesterday, or I stayed home on Sunday. I don't know what I did. And I was like, this feels so nice. And I was like, I've worked for 3 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Like every single day.
Yeah.
For 3 weeks straight.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, this feels great. Anyways, so thinking about changing anything.
One thing.
But mine was my hair. I was losing my hair and I was gaining weight. So I was
Yeah.
like, I should probably go to the doctor. I made one doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
It was 3 hours.
Yeah.
Best doctor appointment of my entire life.
So if you're not in Las Vegas and you need a doctor that sounds like it's a good fit for you, it's a functioning or functional
Functional. There,
doctor.
yeah, doctor.
Click them keys. Google. Here though, there's a couple of them in town, I guess. So yours is in Henderson. We're not going to put him on blast
No.
because
He'll be like, Heidi, stop overcrowding my waiting room.
it's like I don't.
He's like, all your podcast listeners made appointments today.
And you're like, people listen.
I know. And I'm like, duh, doctor. I need a discount code.
Right. Oh Lord. And I'm not going to put the plastic surgeon
Yeah.
on blast without, his permission, if you will. But we are going to sit right here with my
In our living
flappy
room.
arms in our living room. And
With no wine on the table.
right, and talk about it.
Yeah.
And then also, tell stories from back when we were fun.
I miss
People
us.
liked us.
I miss us.
I miss us too. But this is like, I think this is great timing, and so everybody can come along with us. But we're gonna pepper in the fun stuff, and obviously this is also a true crime podcast because I need to find out what the hell is going on with Tupac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So we're gonna follow that story.
Yeah. Breaking news.
yeah.
I don't have any breaking news yet.
No.
Breaking news, we're still sober. So stupid. Okay, I'm done.
Well, we love you guys, and we're glad you're tuning in, and let's have some fun sober here.
Okay, love you. Bye.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.